Welcome to Tech Vibe. If you are holding off on buying a new camera right now, do not press the checkout button just yet. Something massive is happening inside Canon's secret testing facilities, and it changes everything we know about high-speed shooting. For months, wildlife photographers, sports shooters, and filmmakers have been complaining about the same structural flaws in high-end crop sensor bodies: massive rolling shutter distortions, cramped ergonomics, and viewfinders that feel like looking through a tiny window. Canon heard the backlash, and they did not just plan a minor refresh. The heavily leaked, highly anticipated Canon EOS R7 Mark II is real. Internal production units are already moving through field testing, and the verified engineering data proves this camera is designed to completely disrupt the professional market. This is not just a basic iterative upgrade. The hardware configurations escaping the supply chain confirm that Canon is built to bridge the gap between prosumer gear and their $1,000 flagship bodies. If you think full frame is the only way to get true professional performance, what is hidden inside this new speed monster will make you completely reconsider your entire setup. The foundation of this upcoming powerhouse starts exactly where the original model struggled: the imaging pipeline. Reliable component leaks confirm that Canon is abandoning the traditional frontside illuminated architecture used in the original version. Instead, the center of the R7 Mark II features a brand new 39-megapixel backside-illuminated stacked CMOS sensor. Moving to a stacked sensor architecture is a critical shift. In standard sensors, data processing circuitry sits alongside the pixels, creating a bottleneck as data moves off the chip. By physically stacking the high-speed processing circuitry directly beneath the pixel layer, readout speeds increase exponentially. Internal data reveals the sensor readout speed on this new body will closely match, and potentially exceed, the performance of the full-frame EOS R5 Mark II. This completely eliminates the jelly effect or rolling shutter distortion that ruined fast-action panning shots on the older hardware. At 39 megapixels, you are getting an optimal balance of extreme resolution for heavy cropping and wildlife photography, while maintaining pixels large enough to handle high ISO noise control cleanly. To process this massive flood of visual data, Canon is implementing a hardware strategy straight from their top-tier elite models. The R7 Mark II will incorporate a dedicated DIGIC Accelerator coprocessor working alongside the primary DIGIC X engine. This dual-chip configuration completely redefines camera automation. The DIGIC Accelerator is built specifically to calculate massive datasets for deep learning autofocus, exposure tracking, and scene analysis in real time. This offloads the entire computational burden from the main image processor, allowing the DIGIC X chip to focus solely on clean signal conversion and color science. With this processing power, the electronic shutter jumps to a blisteringly fast 40 frames per second with full continuous autofocus and auto-exposure tracking. More importantly, this processing combo enables a highly optimized, uncompressed pre-capture mode. The camera continuously caches frames while you half-press the shutter button, permanently saving up to a full second of action before you even fully press the trigger. This immense processing power directly impacts the autofocus system, which internal testers are calling the most sophisticated tracking system ever placed into an APS-C camera. By utilizing the real-time processing of the DIGIC Accelerator, the dual-pixel CMOS AF system gains advanced neural network predictive algorithms. The camera does not just track an animal, athlete, or vehicle, it actively anticipates structural movement based on deep learning models. If a bird dips behind branches or an athlete turns their head completely away from the lens, the system holds lock on the subject's center of mass, calculating movement vectors until the primary point of tracking reappears. The physical chassis of the camera is receiving a massive ergonomic overhaul to answer professional criticism. The original body layout faced heavy pushback for its unconventional rear dial placement and somewhat cramped, lightweight feel. The upcoming Mark II completely drops that design philosophy, ing to a larger, highly robust physical form factor heavily inspired by the ergonomics of the EOS R6 series. This slightly wider and deeper grip balances perfectly when mounting heavy, professional telephoto glass like the RF 200 to 800mm or fast L-series zooms. The build includes full magnesium alloy internal frame construction with comprehensive weather sealing at every joint, dial, and battery door terminal. Photographers will also see a major upgrade to the electronic viewfinder. The old 2.36 million dot display is gone, replaced by a much higher resolution, blackout-free electronic viewfinder with an option to lock the refresh rate at a smooth 120 frames per second, eliminating eye strain during long tracking sessions. Storage and power infrastructure are also seeing essential prograde changes. The dual SD card configuration of the past is being upgraded to support serious data throughput. The R7 Mark II features hybrid dual card slots, providing one ultra-fast CFexpress Type B slot alongside a standard UHS-2 SD slot. This allows sports and wildlife shooters to dump 40 frames per second burst files directly onto high-speed media without choking the internal buffer, while still allowing wedding and event shooters to run simultaneous, real-time backups to cost-effective SD media. Powering this system is the newer LPE6P Hydra battery, which provides the necessary voltage to run the dual processor array and high-speed sensor without draining in the middle of a shoot. On the video side, this advanced architecture opens up capabilities previously reserved for dedicated cinema lines. The combination of the 39-megapixel stack sensor and the DIGIC Accelerator allows for pristine, oversampled 4K video at up to 120 frames per second without any crop penalty. Because the sensor readout is so fast, rolling shutter becomes virtually non-existent during fast-action videography or sudden camera pans. The camera fully supports internal recording in 10-bit Canon Log3 for advanced color grading, and internal source data points to advanced heat dissipation engineering built into the chassis, allowing for extended recording times without the fear of sudden thermal shutdowns. The In-Body Image Stabilization system is also receiving a massive boost. The 5-axis IBIS mechanism has been completely redesigned to work in perfect sync with the computational data from the new accelerator chip. When paired with an optically stabilized RF lens, this co-engineered stabilization system delivers up to 8.5 stops of shake correction. This means you can confidently shoot crisp, handheld long exposures or steady, tracking video shots without the immediate need for heavy stabilization rigs. With these professional-grade specifications, the market positioning of this camera will inevitably shift. The original version entered the market as an accessible, high-performance option at $1,499. Because the Mark II implements a complex stack sensor and a dual-processor architecture, manufacturing costs are significantly higher. Analysts and supply chain insiders indicate that the launch price will be much higher, likely positioning the body in the $2,000 to $2,400 range. This places it directly as a premium, uncompromising APS-C flagship, a true mirrorless spiritual successor to the legendary 7D Mark II DSLR era. Recent production schedules and regulatory certification filings show that while field testing is well underway, Canon is managing a very tight roadmap alongside other major full-frame refreshes, aiming for an official public unveiling and initial shipping window within the upcoming global release cycle. Thank you for tuning into Tech Vibe. If this deep dive helped clarify your upcoming gear strategy, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and drop your thoughts in the comments section below. Are you going to invest in this upcoming stack sensor crop flagship, or are you staying dedicated to your full-frame system? Let us know, stay ahead of the tech curve, and we will see you in the very next video.